In this example, we're going to calculate the body surface area, and then we're going to determine what is recommended for the specific patient, and then we're going to see if the order is safe for them or not, and if not, why. So in this example, we have a patient here that is 126 centimeters and weighs 23 kilograms. So centimeters and kilograms go together. So we're going to use the formula of centimeters times kilograms, all divided by 3,600. So we got 126 times 23 divided by 3,600, and we're going to take square root. So let's type this in our calculator. I'm going to go ahead and use that because we're going to round unless it just comes out nice and pretty. So clear your calculator out. Type in 126 times 23. Press equal. Hit divide. 3600. Press equal. Hit square root. So it is, oh wow. This is what I get. And then when we round this, it's going to change. Oops, everything. So we're going to round to the nearest hundreds, but when I look behind it, I ask myself, is this equal to or greater than 5? And we're going to say yes. So it means we got to add 1 to the hundreds place and then drop those off, which means that I get this, which my answer is answered in the tens place. And that's all because of the rounding. Don't forget the meter squared as your units, a small m. Now, let's look at what was recommended here. It says for 2 milligrams for every 1 meter squared. So what I'm going to do is take my patient, which is 0.9 meters squared. And those of you that are visual, put over 1. And if you want to, you can write 1 patient. Just if that helps you, that's what I would do. My notation, my writing, I got a little sloppy with my writing today. I apologize, guys. All right, and then I'm going to multiply that by the recommendation, and we notice that we got 2 milligrams per meter squared, so it's going to be 2 milligrams over meter squared. And if we set it up right, the patient's meter squared reduces with the recommendation meter squared. We did it right. So now let's finish this out. I'm going to clear my calculator, press 0.9 times 2, hit equal, and it says 1.8 milligrams is what's recommended for this patient. Now let's look at what the order was. The order was 1.8 milligrams IV. So then this 1.8 milligrams is the order. Since the order is equal to, or here, let me just make a different statement. The order must be equal to or less than the maximum recommendation in order for it to be safe. Sometimes we're given a minimum. So this is a little side note, just a refresher. So let me catch back up. If we had a minimum, in this case, we only had a maximum amount recommendation. We didn't have a minimum. Sometimes you might see 0.5 to 2 milligrams per meter squared, or you know, some other numbers. That would mean that we had a minimum and a maximum recommendation. If that was so, what you got to do is compare and ask yourself, is the recommended minimum less than or equal to the order? The order is less than or equal to the recommended max. If the order falls in between those two or equals either one of them, then yes, the order is safe, right? Because if it falls below, if the order fell below the minimum, then it's not effective and the patient's not getting well. If it falls above the maximum, then it's not safe because they're taking too much medication. You can OD them and cause more harm. So in this case here, so I'm going to erase this. So if you want to pause it to write that down. In this case here, the order, we only have a maximum amount. So what we want is the order to either equal the maximum amount or be less than the maximum amount. So if I write it, my order can equal it or less than the recommended max. Well, don't forget the word max. Well, the order is right here, that we just calculated, or we just reviewed right here at the top, 1.8 milligrams. And it is less than or equal to, because all you guys need is a yes, the maximum which we calculated here. So this order is safe. So you can administer it. And it's safe because it was equal to it did not exceed the maximum. It did not go over the maximum recommendation. Okay.